everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Nick.
I'm Beth.
And we're Envy Board Gaming. We're continuing our party week. This time we're going to talk about Just One. It's a 3 to 7 player game. It is designed by Ludovic Rowdy and Bruno Sauter. And it is produced by Repos Production. Vic, how do we play this game?
Well, in this game, players are all cooperative. It's a cooperative game, and players are taking turns guessing the word. And the player beside them will choose a word for them to guess, and there are many cards just like this in the deck, and they'll give a number to their teammates, except for the person who's guessing, of course. They don't get to see this card, and they will determine what clue they're going to try to get the word guesser to come up with by listing out the number, and they have to give clues. But the thing about this game is they can't write exactly the same thing, because the more clues that you write that match the teammates on your team, they actually cancel out. So the person that is guessing the word will never have a chance to actually see those clues. So you want to be clever about the clues that you're coming up with, because you're going to need to come up with, if we had mouse as an example, you might want to put trap, you might want to put cheese, rodent, but don't want to be too obvious because maybe everyone else in the whole table had the same clue. The guesser only gets one shot to guess the word. They don't get to name off everything within a time frame or anything like that. They're going to just get one opportunity, and you're going to try to go for 13 as a team. You're going to try to be successful in 13 words, and that's a perfect score. The back of the rule book actually has different levels of achievement that you can get depending on how many you obviously go for. We tend to average like 10, 11 maybe. It's quite tough. Rules about the word, of course, is that you can't have a clue that has the word in it. You can't do a different spelling of the clue. So if it's shirt, you can't spell S-H-U-R-T. You can't do something like that. You can't make up a word or have something invented that doesn't, make sense. And just one. You just write one word on your easel. So players will get things like this with a dry erase marker to provide their clues to each other. And that's how you play Just One.
Yeah, and you can be a little loosey-goosey with some things here, like even when Vic explained. That's how we play as far as picking the clue. Mm-hmm. The person next to it, as opposed to everyone trying to agree on a word.
The card, yeah.
No, just let somebody next to you pick the word, and you keep following that. We do the person to the left picks one of the words, then passes a card, and they tell you what number they picked. Mm-hmm. As opposed to everyone trying to come to an agreement. Don't do that. I believe that's what the rules say. Everyone's supposed to come to agreements together. Nah, don't do that. House rule that. The game, as a rating for a party game, it is going to get a 7-7. So it's not a gamery game, let's say. So I'm going to dock it for that because I'm a gamery guy. But so I prefer crosstalk, what we just covered. Well, it's just there's not much to it as far as. You know what I'm saying? It's just, when you play it, you're just writing a word, and it's fun. It's a fun party game. There's not much to it. So I dock it for that. But as a party game, I'm still bringing it up to the 7.7 because I enjoy it. It's a good game for the family. I don't get as much enjoyment out of it as Crosstalk myself. It is a straightforward game. It's one of those games you feel like it should have came out in the 60s or something. Because it's that simple. It's not a difficult idea. The only catch of this game is that you can cross with other people. That's the only catch of this game. That's it. So if that selling point really, 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 really works for you, this is a must-buy. It is a clever game. I do recommend it. And it's weird because my scale, as far as a buy it, try it, it doesn't really fit here. Because I would say if you're looking for a party game to get everyone involved, it's a buy. Mm-hmm. It's not a try. You know what you're getting. Vic explained it to you. It's a very easy explanation. Does that sound good to you? Then buy it. Mm-hmm.
Well, Nick, I 8.8'd this one. Yeah, wow. As I listened to his thing, I sat in regret. And I thought, did I really need to score it so high? But I guess for me, what always wins out is having my non-gaming family actually want to play it. And that I said that in Balderdash, timeline is important for me to get people to play that don't like to play games, and that it's like pulling teeth to get them to. And I like the aspect that's cooperative to it. I like that people don't have to make teams up and try to pick who's going to be on the team, and there's one player that maybe wins a little more than other people in the family. So they always want that guy on their team. It's always nice to be able to just work together, and that's something that people forget sometimes. You have to remind them, like, no, you're not trying to trick the person.
That's like the first question. Like, so we want them to get it?
Because some people write some terrible things.
Right.
Like, hey, wait, we're
Why
working
all
together.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of hippopotamus and stuff, clues. It makes no sense. No, of course. You're writing clues. The word is clue. Why would you not be on a team
And I
right
think
now?
it is fun, too, what some of the words that will generate. Like, you'll be surprised by what helps out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people sometimes when they're playing this, they'll go, what word was the most helpful? And you'll think, well, they all were in combination, because taken alone, right, as I mentioned, you don't want to be stuck with just one clue, because these are very generic terms. They're not very specific. And that's another thing. People maybe in past experiences with word guessing games, they anticipate something precise or some proper noun, but I find that a lot of the time it's not like that. It's things like the mouse, polar, necklace, farm. It's not going to be something that you need to necessarily know specifically.
And it doesn't suffer from a lot of party games that are team versus team, that where you have a couple or somebody that's related that really know each other very well, and they're gonna play off like an inside joke or something. Like they really know each other very well. They can write something. This one, it doesn't suffer from that because it's completely cooperative. So that actually works to your advantage to have people that know each other well. It's like, oh, I don't know this person at the table, but my friend Samantha really does. So Samantha is gonna really help us here maybe. So they may put it like an inside joke or something or a reference to a TV show that's obscure to us, something like that. So it doesn't hinder this game where it does hinder other games.
Yeah, and at the same time too, with references to stuff, they're only doing just one clue, so you don't run the risk of having like that is the kind of sophistication of it, is the just one element, because you can't write out like tiptoe through the tulips. You can't write out like a sentence. It's just literally one thing. That's it. So I enjoy Just One more than Nick does, I guess, but I like party games, and I think that it's always great to bring new players to the table that otherwise wouldn't touch or look at a game for a second.
Yeah, another good thing I'll say, you don't have to be sitting around a table. You can be lounging. You just have this thing, you just write it, show it to everyone. You can be lounging this game. So that's another pro. Maybe after Thanksgiving dinner, you're all stuffed, big bellies are out, and you just write down this thing, and this is the clue.
Yep, so another great party game to add to your collection if you're looking to party anytime soon. We hope that you've enjoyed these reviews. Like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. See you next time.